What is up, everybody? This is the AccuFire Incendus. This is a $3,000 thermal optic used for hunting. This is a Sparky, and we're going to see whether or not he can hide from it. To see if our everyday Sparky can hide from a thermal, we've got some myths here, and we've got some things that we've read up on the internet that we think might be able to hide him from a thermal. So we got 4 different things. We have a surplus military blanket. That thing is like wool and fantastically warm. I'm not really sure if that'll work, but why not test it? We have some plexiglass riot shield. So in theory, thermals aren't supposed to be able to see through glass. And I mean, riot shield's close, right? And then we have some hunting gear, which is really insulated, and we think maybe it'll hide his heat signature. Not really sure on that one. And then last but not least, we have a survival blanket that is pretty shiny on the outside, and I've seen aluminum foil block out some thermal stuff, but I don't know how well it's going to perform, and the internet says it's supposed to do pretty good, so we'll test that as well. So let's get right into testing all this stuff. But before we do, you should go into the comment section and tell me what you think will work. Do you think the riot shield's going to do the best? I mean, personally, that's what I think it's going to be. What about you, Sparkles?
Well, I got high hopes for it.
I got high hopes for the riot shield, but everything else, I'm like, maybe the blanket. Maybe the outdoor blanket. But you should go tell me in the comment section. So let's get right into testing this stuff.
I'm going to go out here and enjoy this, spring weather we're having. On the, 4th day of spring.
You look warm, Sparky.
I'm content.
So we're going to be testing the military blanket first. It's been about 20 minutes. We've relocated because it's freezing and snowing. Sparky's been downrange a little bit. We forgot to tell him we were going to relocate. And yeah, I feel bad for him. We should check in on him and see how warm he is. As you can see, we have the setup here. We got the thermal, the scope, and the scope recorder. We got it gun broken apart because safety third here. It'll be all right. Okay, well, it's obvious the military blanket will not hide you from a thermal. If you're out and about in the woods and somebody's chasing you, the military blanket is not going to work, and it's pretty apparent. So I think we're going to move on to maybe some hunting clothes or something, maybe really insulated stuff. We got a big old hunting jacket. Sparky, lay down on the ground. You still recording, Ricky? It don't do, I mean, it cut, well, nah, your ass still getting picked off, but. All right, come back.
Spring, love it.
So the military blanket obviously didn't work. We have a hunting jacket here. Sparkles is going to run down there. It was probably about 50 yards, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say
close.
50, give or take.
Yeah. He's going to run back down there where he was, and we'll see if the jacket... Hey, when you take the jacket down there, don't wear it until you sit down.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Maybe we can, last minute, oh, look, there's some people. Let's throw on the cold stuff real quick,
I see what you're saying.
I got you.
I pick it up what you're putting down.
Sniffing when I'm stepping in.
That's right. Whew. You're definitely a sniffer.
Yeah. All right, so Sparky's back downrange, and he's got my hunting jacket on, and he's more of a blob than anything, but you can still see he's hot. Believe it or not, the heat tracker, as you can see, oh, there it picked it up. It finally picked him up. It was pulling a different part, so if he wasn't such a big white blob, but you could tell he looks more like a rock almost. He ain't too bad on hiding. Doesn't look like a person, but you can still tell it's some heat, and you can still get picked off pretty hard. So, and as he's sitting there wearing the thing more, and it just nuked, and he just lit up. So when it nukes, it kind of gathers the information around it and processes it. So Sparky is not hiding very good on the thermal. Come on back, Sparkles! For the third option, we're gonna. I knew better. For the third option, we're gonna be trying the survival blanket. This is the most expensive survival blanket at Walmart. It costs the whole $11. We've seen some people do this online, and it's worked. It's got a big green thing, or wow, green? I'm blind. Orange thing on the back. So Sparky's gonna run down there and kind of try to hide himself. Like I said before, kind of look like a rock. Like if you really
beside that tree.
If you're really dumb, you could think it was a rock, you know. So we're gonna try this thing, and hopefully it will
both
work.
ways?
We can't always try both ways.
That's right. Don't knock it till you try it.
Exactly. Anyway, head on down there, Sparky. And while Sparky's heading down there, I would like to give a big shout out to Kerr Ammo. They're a big sponsor of the channel. They help me out a lot with their ammo and all kinds of stuff. They're really great people down there in Texas. And you should go check them out. So their link is at my link in the description, takesomeoneoutdoors.com/links. And if you use the code at that link, then you can save $10. It's Delp 10, so save $10 on your first order. He is El Camouflage. Ain't no way nobody's picking Sparky up. Even with the orange one on his back. He's bleeding through a little bit. Sparky, I can see your butt. The more he sits on that thing, the hotter it's getting. It's starting to brighten up. But there originally, he was hiding pretty good. And you can see as it's going, he's brightening up. Sparky! Relocate, adjust, you're getting hot. Yeah, and as he's adjusting, the thermal is changing how it's getting hot. He really looks like a rock right now. This is the best example of what a rock would look like, I would say. Really spot on the whole height. And I think that's not half bad. It's not a half bad height. Yeah, the reflective side really does a good job of like making it look like the background. And there's no heat coming off of it right now, as I can tell. So I'm thoroughly impressed. Yeah, that's doing a good job. But the longer it's sitting there, it does tend to heat up. I guess it's his body heat pulling through it. But like, quick option, not doing too bad. It could easily be blending in. All right, old Sparkles, make a return.
So which way was better?
Aluminum foil side.
In or out?
Out.
Out. So it's like reflecting it?
Yeah, it's reflecting it somewhat. But the longer you stayed, like longer it was on your back,
it was getting warmer. That makes sense.
But it did a lot better than the other two options.
Well,
considerably. All right, let's try the riot shield. So we have riot shield here. This is some plexiglass, I think.
Yeah, plexiglass.
Yeah, plexiglass. And I don't know, you're going to have to try to get behind it the best you can, but in theory, glass doesn't allow, I mean, I've tested that personally in my kitchen when I was like flashing the thermal around when I first got it. I was like, ooh. I couldn't see myself in the thermal, or I couldn't see out my window. So we're going to see how it works. Sparky, make a walk down there and we'll
see if plexiglass does it.
Plexiglass. Yep. By George, I think we've done it. Well, old Sparkles is out there. He is hiding. He is hiding, and the riot shield is doing the absolute best I think I've seen. Yeah, it is perfect. Like, Sparky, put your hand on the riot shield. Oh yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, brilliant. All right, turn it sideways and hunker down as low as you'll go. Oh, man, perfect. Like, no, it's not picking up any heat from that riot shield, and it's blending really good into the background. The thing that's killing him, though, is the fact he's right beside that tree. Come away from the tree. The tree was hot, and Sparky's riot shield was so cold that, all right, now try it. Yeah, there's an outline around the riot shield, but if he was further than like 50 yards away, I think it'd be perfect. There's no heat signature coming through that riot shield at all. And if you worked it right, like if you tried different scenarios, I think the riot shield would be perfect. I mean, this is just spot on. Just spot on. Man, I've never seen that. That's great. That's fantastic. Ah, man. Well, that worked. And, you know, I've never seen the riot shield done like that on, like, the different thermals. So, bravo to research. Now you just need to have a riot shield out in the middle of the woods when you're trying to hide from thermals, and you'll be all right.
So you're just picking up the heat signature of the riot.
So the hottest thing, like what you can really see, was this black outline.
Because of this, yeah.
Yeah, the black outline, because of the I guess it's rubber or adhesive of some sort.
But it'd be no different than me staying behind that tree.
No, but you can move with it.
Well, yeah.
Like if
you're just picking up the heat signature.
Yeah, but like if there was no black, it could easily blend into the ground because it's as hot as the ground. Like there's no heat signature in the grounds. The ground is like normalized in the thermal as like normal temperature, and where it's cold and that's cold. I mean, it's
at least blocks mine.
It's a wash. Yeah. And if you were just scanning real quick with it, and I mean 50 yards away, even at night, you probably wouldn't need to see the thermal, like to be like, oh, there's somebody. But like you're shooting like distance. I mean, shoot, I think it'd do pretty good. So I want to give a big thank you to AccuFire because this is their thermal to send us. We really appreciate them sending it out to mess with. We would like it if next time they could make it to where they record it so we didn't have a contraption. But other than that, pretty awesome thermal. So go check them out. Code Delp saves you 5% off. And just to recap a little bit, the two clothes, the blanket and the military blanket and the jacket, they just didn't work. Best, they're just good for keeping you warm.
Which it did.
It did.
It did keep you warm.
The survival blanket kind of worked. I wouldn't say it's the best case, but most people will have a survival blanket. So if you have a survival blanket, then you could probably hide from a thermal at some distance pretty decently. But because of our awesome research and the fact that we're just super geniuses, the riot shield worked. Big thanks to LA Police Gear because this is their riot shield. And if you want to buy a freaking riot shield, code Delp, I think they're like 120 bucks. And then the code Delp will save you another 10%. So go buy one so you can hide from a thermal. And then subscribe to us because we're now the leading researchers in thermal hiding with riot shields. So, I mean, what more do you need, you know?
Can we wear like lab coats now?
Oh, we should, but that'd be ripping off Grantham. We don't want to do that. Oh, well. Well, Sparky, we want to get one more baseline just with you in the normal. Okay, so I'm gonna hold on to this, and you walk. Yeah, go to about that big tree. The big tree. Yep. So we're gonna. No, we're not doing anything. We're just gonna see if he'll stay out there. I mean, it's freaking cold outside. It's like 20 degrees. We'll see how long he stays, but we'll end it there. I'll see y'all on the next one.
Hey fellas, this good?